My name is Dominique Bryant, and I am the founder of Dream Academy Foundation. We are a youth mentoring organization for ages 10 to 18 in the Chicagoland area. In 2023, we embarked upon a trip to Ghana. It was an educational, cultural, and social engagement trip. We took 6 young people between the ages of 16 and 21.
Hi, my name is Warren Rucker Jr.
My name is Elisa Smith, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Erica Smith, and I'm from Chicago.
Sydney, and I'm from Hillside, Illinois.
Joe Bryant, I'm from North Carolina, and this is my first time visiting Ghana.
Deja Brent Branson, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Some of the most notable places that we visited was the slave dungeons, the Last Bath River, and the School of Cape Coast Deaf and Blind.
This trip really showed where I come from, where everything started from the slave trade, history, truth, understanding to my culture, my Black culture.
I got to reconnect with my past, meet people I hadn't met before, see things I hadn't seen before, learn about new things, as well as refresh my memory on things I already knew. It just gave me an overall different outlook on things than what I had previously before I came.
It helped me bond with my ancestors, even though I wasn't able to actually meet them. It helped me learn a lot more history about what was going on about slavery and all that, so I think that helped. And it was definitely meaning a lot, especially when we're in the caves, yeah.
This trip means a lot to me. I was able to find out about my ancestral line and that my family comes from Nigeria.
This trip means to me, in a way, regaining a part of my identity that I didn't realize was missing.
I was able to reconnect with my roots, learn more about myself and my history, where I come from.
So my experience at the School of Deaf and Blind was very welcoming. They welcomed us with open arms. They were showing us their dances and them singing and how they signed. I learned this is good morning. That's good morning. This is hello. And I also learned the big message around everything was that a disability is not an inability, and it really showed because they were dancing and they couldn't hear, they were deaf. And I was like, they have better dance moves than me when I can hear the beat, and yeah, they were really killing it. So it just really showed perseverance, determination, and everything's possible if you have a good support system.
I learned that even if you have a disability, it doesn't mean that you can't do certain things that other people can do. Those kids are better dancers than I will ever be, which is just absolutely fascinating to me. Overall, it just taught me that no matter what, as long as you try hard and you put your everything into it, you can be successful in whatever you want.
Right, so my experience at the Deaf and Blind was nice. We talked to a lot of the kids, we danced, it was nice. What else did we do? Oh, I also learned how to say you were beautiful, so that was good, yeah.
My experience at the School of Deaf and Blind was amazing. I found it cool how they were able to stay on beat with the music while dancing, even though they weren't able to hear the instruments.
I enjoyed being a part of giving back to the school and learning more about Ghanaian culture at the school.
It was fun, and I learned a lot. I learned dances, songs, and more about the culture.
Okay, the most touching memory I had was when we were in the caves and we were all praying. Yeah, that was nice. It was definitely a good type of feeling. It was overwhelming, but it was a good overwhelming.
The whole experience and the trip really made me look at how I'm living my life and everything. It made me feel more grateful and think about the sacrifices that my ancestors made for me to get here.
Favorite memories from this trip is meeting new people. Everyone I met It's super nice.
The most touching memory for me was definitely going to the slave castle, seeing the things that my ancestors went through, and just even being in those rooms was just deeply moving for me. The prayers that we had while we were there, the interactions that I had with my fellow dreamers and the other people that were on the trip with us, it just really touched me. I don't think I'll ever be able to look at things the same after seeing that, to be honest with you.
I did really like the food. I also enjoyed the slave dungeons. I thought they were really interesting, seeing all those parts and learning about that history of Elmina and Cape Coast slave dungeons. I did also enjoy the canopy walk. It was really fun and a little scary, but I like how I just did it anyway.
The major highlight for me in this trip would probably be walking through the castles and seeing the slave dungeons, and specifically the male slave dungeon, where you could see where everybody had been laying. They had DNA, skin, and stuff like that that just built up over time for so many people being there.
I'm just gonna look at things a lot differently, right? I'm more in tune with myself, a little bit happier. I have some closure on things that I didn't have closure on before. Yeah, that's kind of it. It just gave me like a deep reverence, I guess, if that makes sense.
This trip has had a lasting impact on me because it has made me more curious about my roots and where I come from. So I'll continue to learn about that.
Think about the sacrifices that my ancestors made for me to get here, and it just makes me want to go harder and and make them happy.
This experience and trip will impact me going forward in life by helping me understand where I come from and stuff like that. It helps me understand myself more and identify certain things about myself that I didn't necessarily know before.
This trip will have a lasting impact on me because I got to learn what the slaves went through before they got to the Americas. And this information was new to me because in schools it's not really taught what happened.
So I commend Dominique for this work. I acknowledge her for her wisdom, her strength, her courage, but also her ability to be a warrior and fight on the behalf of our young people. And so Dominique, I thank you. I thank the Dream Academy Foundation for the work they continue to do, not just here in Ghana, but most importantly in the States with our young people who need it so much. And everything that I can do to support you, I will. And I hope that those who are watching and listening, they feel that way as well.
I want to say thank you to my supporters, my donors, my parents, Ms. Dominique, the Dream Academy Foundation, as well as Lionel and everybody else. This trip has really been an eye-opener, and it really brought a lot of value to my life and understanding, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for Ms. Dominique, the inside group, the inside group, and my parents for letting me come on the trip. Like, it was definitely something that I would think everybody should do and try. Yeah.
I would like to thank everyone who made this trip possible, from sponsors to Linnell for planning it, and my parents.
I want to thank my parents for you helping me go on this trip, because Lord knows I definitely did not have the money. You guys pitched in a lot. I really appreciate that and love you for that. Thank you to all of the donors, every single last one of you. I really appreciate that as well. I gotta get around to getting y'all something in remembrance, but thank you to everyone. Love you all.
I would like to thank Dream Academy Foundation and my mom and everybody who helped me take this journey. Thank you.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partner, Insight for Life, led by Linnell Harris, for leading our tour. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our donors, our parents, and our dreamers. Thank you for making this trip a success.